The Incredibles.
Yes. And
This is
I hold on real quick. I have to go use the restroom real quick, but I just want to say this to lead you into the Incredibles discussion. This was the first time Pixar had main characters that were humans because they finally had the capabilities, the money, and the resources and the technology because it's now 2004 to be able to pull that off. And if you look at Mr. Incredible's face versus Andy's face from 1995, it is really night and day.
it actually is pretty crazy. 'Cause I actually
I'll be right
remember
back.
Randy. He's like a it's pretty bad. Dude, this
Yeah.
this is like all right. I guess we could save most of the discussion for Hayes to get back, but I think we should go ahead and get started because
Oh, for sure.
this is the one I'm honestly probably most excited for. This is like I think this is probably the first S tier contender here. Dare I say?
Yeah, well, I mean, the hold that this movie had on me and pretty much fucking all of my
Everyone,
friends when I
bro.
was like a kid. I mean, Dash was my favorite superhero literally ever, and I think this is the great like Avengers in 2012, but I think this is like one of the best team up fights in the history of cinema. I'm not even exaggerating on that. Like, I think the
It's pretty
scene, the ending scene where they're fighting the robot and Frozone and Mr. Incredible and Dash, like he says, go long, and he goes long, and Violet is finally coming out of her shell. Like, every character in this movie is just awesome. I think Mr. Incredible's kind of journey and his like the scene where he's like I have to do this alone towards the end, and Elastigirl is like no, like I'm like what are you talking about? Do you not see everything that happened? He's like I'm going with you, and he's Mr. Incredible is just saying I can't lose you again, like because that was the real catalyst for her realizing that her husband's not strong enough. When he literally says, "I'm not strong enough," I thought that was kind of beautiful. Like this movie is
him
so
admitting,
it's
yeah.
so heartwarming,
God,
and
such a good
and
movie, dude.
it's really underratedly funny.
Bro, it has the big green check on every single like Pixar like box
Yes,
check off like
yes.
family, bro, like
It is
character arc.
the coolest family ever. I thought
They're the
Dash was
best. Bro,
I
Jack
thought
Jack.
yeah, I thought Dash was the coolest kid ever.
I think
Literally
everyone
ever.
did. Dash was sick.
Yes.
When he like ran out of water and he's like, huh, I can do this. And
He
he just
starts
like,
like he's yeah, because
like
all
that
he
was
wants.
like one of the best scenes, bro. Like he just,
Mhm.
Dude,
yeah, that was
also I have to say the elephant in the room. There was no reason
Elastigirl
to
had to be
make
that hot.
Elastigirl that fucking
I
hot,
I
bro.
didn't even know what you were gonna say, and I was still on it. Like
It's
yeah.
like
I mean, you're right. There's just no reason for her to be that thick.
in Incredibles 2, I watched Incredibles 2 4 times. Elastigirl was like
oh,
they
they made
made
her
her
like 20% thicker in
yeah,
Incredibles 2.
for
They
I
knew
like
what they were doing.
Oh
yes,
yeah.
exactly. They were putting adults in the theater. That's what they were doing. And
I know.
I
I'm sure our parents watched it. Were like, oh wow,
oh,
that's
honey.
the kids movie.
Yeah,
Like that.
Hayes, while you were gone, I was just we were talking like me and Ed mentioned that this movie checks all the boxes. Like I thought that this movie has the coolest team up in honestly all of fiction, all of cinema. I think just like them because they were fighting not using their powers, and the parents have always told the kids they can't use their powers. But when you see Violet come out of her own shell and her, because she's obviously a very conceited person, and Dash, all he wants to do is use his powers, and just them that I thought that development with their family was so cool. They're
Was
so funny. I thought Elastigirl was awesome as just when they were alone on the island trying to rescue the dad. I thought like this movie had so many individual moments and just overall as a film that I think it's one of the best superhero movies of all time.
I love
I
how Elastigirl
do
stepped
agree.
up.
I
Like
think saying the
she's
best team up in all of cinema might be a little bit of a stretch. I don't know about that.
That's
That's
fair.
that's
That's fair. That's fair.
that's
It's
a
just that's
little
just kind of that's just my opinion. That's
yeah.
fair.
animated. I would say yeah, but
Animated for sure.
Oof. Oof. Better than like Spider-Verse?
I don't
Better
know.
than
That one's pretty good. That
better
one's
than I mean there's some good anime. I don't like
dude. Dare I say,
Invincible.
low key the Puss in Boots, the last one, the last wish.
Last wish.
God, it's
I
a
wouldn't
great
put that
movie.
on this
I
this
wouldn't say
tier.
team up.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just like they're like those characters are great, and I love their little team
I,
up.
I was just saying team up because of what they went through and what Mr. Incredible and what Elastigirl went through and
Yes.
Yeah.
their dynamic. I would say like just
Well,
all of their aspirations and their
yeah,
character journeys coming to a good conclusion.
yeah. It
Yes.
I
was
say
just perfect.
maybe it's not like it doesn't look the coolest, but I think there's just so like some individual moments in there that are just awesome. That are
I think
really
we
just awesome.
haven't mentioned a really important part of this movie, Frozone. Frozone is undeniably
Frozen
one of the best characters.
Frozen was one of Frozen's like the coolest dude ever.
Is
Yeah,
He
that the most well-known phrase quote of all of Pixar?
which one?
honey.
Oh, where's
Where's
my
my super
food?
suit? Ed,
Probably.
look up where's my super suit scene real quick. Just stay with me. Stay with me, everybody. Okay. Look at the helicopter that crashes near his place. Wait for it. Wait for it. Has it already happened?
It might have.
No, wait. It's like right now. Okay, you see that helicopter crash behind him?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Now look up the end scene of Infinity War with Samuel L. Jackson when he presses the like when he fades
I,
away.
I know exactly where you're going with this. That that looks so. It kind of actually does because the helicopter is crashing at a
Nick
very
Fury.
similar angle.
Which scene is this in Infinity War?
Nick Fury. Just look up Nick Fury. In scene Infinity War, Nick Fury.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's like the post-credit scene.
Yes.
Oh, loud. Sorry about that.
Well, no word from Stark? No, not yet. We're watching every satellite on both hemispheres.
Just gonna skip it because I like
Yeah, wait, okay. He looks forward. People are starting to vanish and shit. And then, oh, wait, don't skip too forward. Right there. Tell me that is not like that has to be like
Related.
on purpose. There's no way that's a coincidence. It falls the exact same way. Like, is that just like genius or is that just like a coincidence? I kind of think it's genius.
that would be pretty funny. That would be
It,
I
it
would love.
it looks insanely similar, and it would be really funny if they were in universe, but obviously they're not. But
Yes, yeah.
I don't know, dude. Maybe the next Avengers you're gonna see fucking Nick Fury just freeze Doctor Doom, bro.
That would be the greatest plot twist of all. He's
I would
actually
that
Frozone.
wouldn't be too bad.
speaking of plot
Yeah.
twist, Syndrome is that was like that's the original hater to or like fanboy to like never meet your heroes.
Yeah,
Yes.
like
That type
classic
of
never meet
trope.
your hero
Yeah,
story.
like
Yeah.
I thought that was like he literally he literally was a weapons developer and like sold all this stuff, got rich, and his literal goal was to end all superhero like or not end all superheroes because obviously be like because when he gets rich enough, he said, "I'm gonna sell all of my inventions to the highest bidder and make them available because when everyone's super, then no one will be."
Yes. And
Like I
that was a hard bar. But I
yeah.
will say my biggest problem with this movie is two things. One, I don't think that small interaction with Mr. Incredible warranted such a deep, passionate hatred for all superheroes. I don't like he literally was goes from biggest fanboy to villain in a night. Like that's a little crazy. And two, why would Mr. Incredible, if I'm Mr. Incredible and this 8-year-old kid invented jet boots that gave him the ability to fly, I'd be like, okay, yes, you can be my sidekick.
Yeah,
That's
that's
all. Just
pretty
make me some
sick.
of those boots, and we're good to go. Like
Yeah.
that's awesome.
That's yeah, his reaction was a little like that's not typical reaction to that. That guy was a
Yeah.
mad genius as a
And I
kid.
guess that is part of his character development where like he's not just Mr. Incredible. Like it's okay to rely on your family, your friends,
Yeah.
outside help. And in that moment, he's still like, he's not even married yet. He's still like, I'm the greatest superhero of them
Yeah,
all.
he's
I don't
Mr.
need any help.
Incredible. Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, also like the reason that you could argue that a reason that he didn't want Buddy's help was because that he was a kid and I guess he didn't have superpowers, and that's why Syndrome was like, I'm gonna create all this stuff because I don't have any superpowers just to beat all the superheroes. Like I'm gonna be so good,
yes.
but he has a bomb strapped to his cape and he doesn't know. Like that could be Mr. Incredible's sign of like, okay, like this kid is definitely not ready. Like he
Yeah.
didn't see it, he didn't know it was happening. He still had no idea why Mr. Incredible was doing it.
That is true. You don't bring an 8-year-old into the battlefield.
Yeah, because as Mr. Incredible was kind of grabbing on him, it was like, buddy, stop. And Mr. Incredible's like, I can do this, I can do this, but he didn't know he had a freaking bomb strapped to his cape.
Yeah.
So
It's like
you could
you're
argue
not
this.
ready, kid.
Yeah, exactly. And so, but to your point, you could definitely make the argument that his like 180 flip on Mr. Incredible to all superheroes was a little out of place and maybe a little
Yeah.
rushed. But and I do agree with you, but maybe you could argue that if Mr. Incredible, the guy he only had posters of Mr. Incredible. Like he didn't have posters. I don't think he had posters of really anyone else.
No,
And
he didn't.
he ripped all of them down. You could argue that if his favorite superhero is the one he idolized, he wanted to be, his sidekick and all this. If Mr. Incredible was like that and so down to him and so like negative of his dream, then all superheroes were like that. You can
Yeah. He
like
was the
make
superhero.
yeah, he was
Like a Superman.
he was
Fucking
Mr. Incredible, like
yeah.
in all these other he was the top dog. So again, like I do agree with you, but maybe that's a defense of it. Like you can
Yeah.
disagree with me all you want, but
No,
Also, this
no.
is not a strong argument, but why did Jeffrey Dahmer do what he did? Some people just are fucked up in the brain. This kid did not. He's probably maybe wasn't the most normal kid. He's making
because yeah, well, I mean, yeah, because like how many friends did Buddy have? We don't
Well,
yeah,
know.
Jeffrey
like just
Dahmer was hungry. That's
okay. All
I'm
right.
just kidding. No, I condemn his actions.
But like
And
you
syndromes.
get what I'm saying though. Like he just couple
But
few screw looses, and then that happens to you as a kid. He's just like, yeah, I'm gonna. I mean, it's like if Tony Stark was like, as a kid, was like, a little mess up in the brain, and like, kind of like, it's
yeah,
just like one thing goes wrong, and then you're mad super genius. Like that's kind of what things that's how things can go. Like he kind of had the power to do that, and I think he just kind of he just made the wrong decision. I don't know, but you make a strong point. That was a weak part in the movie.
yeah.
I
But I
I
will.
don't.
It's funny you bring up Iron Man because this is literally the plot of Iron Man 3. They literally just like Iron Man 3
It
is
is, yeah,
just
because
the
like
incredible.
Where they want to make everyone the Mandarin.
Yeah, well, because he like meets the Mandarin up on or he tells him he's gonna meet him on the roof.
And
It's
he
like,
doesn't.
dude, if I run into Elon Musk and he tells me that he's gonna meet me for at midnight on New Year's and he doesn't meet me, I'm not that's
I'm
understandable.
upset.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like
it's
you're
understandable. He's a busy
yeah.
guy.
like I honestly can't believe I even was in the same elevator as you. So it's a little ridiculous.
Yeah,
But
so exactly.
I also think we should note that Syndrome did introduce the world to AI in this movie, which as we see, if all
Dude,
these movies are connected,
those robots
yeah,
were so cool. Those
yeah.
robots were sick.
But if all these movies are connected, we see that goes way out of hand in Wally,
Mhm.
and AI is just turned all of us
The
into
captain, the
idiocracy.
captain.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think
Um,
about that because are the movies all are they all connected?
So
That's
okay,
so
I'll tell
that's
you. I'll tell you right now, this is like the Pixar theory. I'll give you like a short, like 30-second, like condensed version of what it is. Basically, um, they're all these movies take place in the same world. We go from dinosaurs to Brave when we see like spirits and magic for the first time to
Wally.
uh, humans start to evolve a lot with their technology. But as we see in Nemo, the biggest problem facing this world is trash. And the whole world eventually becomes so filled with trash that they have to leave in the beginning of Wall-E, and the only thing left behind on the planet is cars. And
Well,
after
I've heard the
enough
theory.
time, the humans eventually come back to Earth, but there's only one plant. So, because the world itself is so toxic, they eventually devolve into monsters. And that would make it to where humans, when they go through the closet in Monsters Inc., they're actually going through time to
Hmm.
receive, as we see in Toy Story, the most valuable thing in all these movies is children's emotions. And if they're able to
Now,
capture that, then they can use that as energy. And that's kind of the whole like Pixar theory,
okay,
which actually
cool.
makes a lot of sense because
Yeah,
as
it's
we'll
kind
see
of
in
cool. I've
Cars,
heard that before.
yeah, but as we'll see in Cars, everywhere they go in Cars is human made stuff.
Yeah,
Like
it's
it's not
all
like a
the world,
different
but they're
world.
just
Like
more
they
humans.
Yes. All right, we're getting ahead, but just I
Yeah.
think Incredibles easy A. Any
I
higher?
I would argue for S. I think we're
We were
both
arguing us a little bit.
Okay.
um
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I think The Incredibles is deserving of an S. Like I thought that is a great movie.
Dude,
And
low
there's
key
gonna be
hot take. I may like Incredibles 2 even more.
Incredibles. Hey,
we
Sally, that's a hot take.
we'll, we'll,
Incredibles 2 is
we'll,
so
we
good.
will we'll definitely talk about that. But
Yeah,
I
Incredibles 2
But
would
then
is
it's like, are they
I'm
both S? Like, is that what we're saying?
I don't know, because Incredibles 1 is great. I love that
Incredibles
movie.
1 is amazing.
I think Incredibles 2 is very good too. But I mean we'll get to that. But I think Incredibles I think it's an S. I think
I
this is
was we can stick it at S for now, and we can move it down later, like as we kind of keep going. But I think y'all cool with that. Leave it there for now.
Leave it
I'm cool
at
with it.
A or
I was gonna put it as S, but we can move it down because I think like it's the first one we're all kind of like, yeah, it could be S. But
yeah.
if you're a little wary and we'll discuss it later. I think we should just keep going, but that like I said, we can move it. We will move stuff around. Like we don't have to keep it up there for now. Like that's just I don't know. As I think that's
Okay,
a good
here comes my hottest take of this entire episode. I would put car just off rip, I'd put Cars at like B.
The
Like
Cars is my favorite movie ever. It is my favorite movie ever. So I definitely disagree with you
I
on.
think it's a
But
little overrated. I don't think it's like
can
all
can
that. Like
you
it's good, but
can
it's
you like can you explain like why, please?
I just don't think that the story and the character development, like, I feel like in terms of we've talked about Woody being an asshole, I would honestly consider Lightning McQueen an even bigger asshole. And I get like how touching it is that he doesn't win at the end of the day, because like that's not what's important. What's important is being like an honorable, good character man. But also, I was just like, fucking, dude, like, what? Win the race. Like, he stopped at the inline. I was like, dude, but I get it. It's like, it's just, I don't know. Just something about it has just never, I've just always thought it was a little overrated. I just, yeah.
Well, I think you're disregard him not winning. If he had just crossed the finish line and then helped, I think maybe you would have gotten over that more.
Well,
But
if he had crossed it, I don't think it would have been as good an ending, and I don't think it would have been good a movie. So I'm on his side for not doing that. It's just
yeah.
like the whole
It made it
movie
all the more
itself
powerful.
was like I don't know. I was kind of just like,
Well, it's like this is good you compared to Woody because it's another situation. Like this is the king. This is he's on top.
Mhm.
He's been on top.
No, he's
This
not
is
on
like
top. He's actually tied for first with two other racers.
Yeah,
yeah, but you know what I mean. Like it's Lightning McQueen. Like these other
right.
like he's been known to be the best. Like that's
Well,
like
this is his
Well,
rookie
not the
year,
best.
actually.
His rookie
So
year, so he
yeah,
hadn't won anything.
this is his first
oh he
Piston
was a
Cup.
rookie this year.
Yeah, he's a
Well, like
Yeah,
he
rookie.
was the hot shot. You know what I'm saying? Like he was. I guess he was the Buzz Lightyear then. I guess in that a better comparison, he was the new hot shit on the grid, I guess.
hmm
But I think his character arc is kind of going from he only cares about himself and winning, and then but throughout his whole time in Radiator Springs, he's kind of like there's way more to being a car and then like also being a racer. Doc was a huge like I think Doc is probably one of my favorite characters in the entire
Is that the
for
green guy played by Michael
Doc
Keaton?
Hudson.
Doc
No,
Hudson like the police
Oh,
car.
oh, the
police
yes,
car.
yeah.
Yeah, I think he was voiced by a real driver, I think.
Paul Newman. Who is Paul
Uh,
Newman?
oh yeah, you're right. It was Paul Newman. Okay, never
Oh,
mind.
and we didn't do a quick search on John, what's his face for Incredibles.
He was the Underminer.
Oh, right. Okay.
He
The
was the Underminer.
Underminer. Yeah, he came at the very end.
Oh shit, Incredibles. I just want to see.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, he was like
Yeah,
right at the end. Yeah.
right at the end. Um, I like. I think Cars is the
And in this
best.
movie, he was the Mack truck. That's an easy rep. I
Yeah,
know
easy
I
one.
know
He was
that one.
Mac.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't.
and
Oh, Mac, great character.
Yeah.
which I think is also his best role.
Yeah, Mac's an awesome
Damn.
character.
Gotta be the piggy bank, bro. No way you just said that.
I
No
I think
No,
I
way.
think Mac
Those
I
are
think Mac.
fighting
Mac's
words, dude.
great though. Mac is great.
Dude, look at
Mac's an
John
S series.
Ritzenberger's face and tell me he doesn't look like him.
I don't know. I think I'll probably back you on that. He is Ham. Like, you know what I
Dude, look at
mean?
just look at his actor's face and tell me he
Yeah, like
doesn't look like
he is
him.
Ham. But he's Mac too, like I could like
Yeah.
not as much as Piggy, but like or as a Ham. But yeah, I don't know. Dude, this is hard. I'm trying to Hayes, you're going B. Press, I'm assuming you want to put that S.
I'm absolutely putting this at S. I'd put it in his own tier if I had to because I just think that
Not an S movie, bro. No way. We
okay, we
can't.
just but this movie is literal character development. This is the best character development in my opinion in all of movie history because Lightning
No
McQueen
way.
because
I
because
won't say the correct answer, but there is actually a Pixar movie that does have the best character development. It's a very
is it
obvious
Yeah,
answer.
I'm with
you're
Hayes on
thinking
this.
up. You're
The
thinking
whole
up.
movie is
Nope.
about
Nope.
the dude.
There's
I
an
know.
even more
It's up,
obvious answer,
up.
Presley. It's
Inside Out.
Inside Out, bro.
Oh
That's the
yeah,
best character development
yeah.
of all time.
I thought you were going with up for a second.
No, I think Inside Out.
Yeah, no. Well, the whole movie is just about growing up and like yeah,
Yeah.
changing. Like yeah, no, I agree. That's totally true.
But
Like, yeah,
I think the amount of scenes where Lightning McQueen realizes that he is being an absolute dick to everyone is insane. Like think Sally,
Was your
which
Tomater too?
I think Tow Mater is the best side character. Honestly,
I agree.
I think he's the best side
100%.
character.
He's
And
a big reason why I think this movie could be S is Tomater. Like I
yeah,
love Tomater.
something
is because
interesting to note is that they signed him on to do one line in the whole movie. And when they had him say that one line in the studio, they were like, holy fuck.
We
Like, all
need this
right,
guy in the
actually,
movie.
yeah. And then if you go to Disney Plus and you just go through Pixar through the years and just go from their first short film all the way to Elio, they obviously make a lot of short films in between their movies. You can see after Cars comes out, it's like every single short film is about Mater.
Yeah,
They
Mater
just,
became a huge character.
yes,
and
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 he's
and
probably one of the most
and
famous Pixar characters, honestly.
and
easily.
that's why I want to talk about Cars 2 kind of right after this. Because Well, I disagree.
There's a
This
rough
movie
rewatch.
has to be an A. I understand I'm not going to get an S poll, which I think is kind of ridiculous, but which is fair. It's just kind of an opinion thing. But the chokehold this movie had on me, and the individual scenes of Lightning McQueen realizing what it is to be a friend and to actually realize that the stuff that he wants isn't what he wants, I think is kind of beautiful.
Yeah. No.
And so which is fine. I think Mater is absolutely hilarious. Every time
Yeah.
he's on screen,
And
he is
they
saying
picked.
something funny without even trying. He's not like interjecting just to be like just because they need like comedic relief. He's just
Yeah.
funny when he's not even trying to be, which
Yeah.
I which
Yeah.
I think is kind of hard to do.
Yeah.
I think Sally was a really important. I mean, maybe Lightning McQueen was just a little horn dog and just was trying to, faking it till he made it.
He did not
But
need to be that sexy as a car, bro. Like,
Dude, if
well, I
anything, she was the horn dog.
yeah,
That's how
yeah,
I kind of felt. And
yeah.
let's not
well,
forget
well,
that
well,
she
she didn't
shit
want him
on his
first.
face.
No, she was playing the hard game, bro. She was just playing like she was just playing him, bro. He
Well, she was yeah, well, she didn't want him
with the
first. I
little
mean,
drive, bro. Like,
She
she put him.
shit
She
on
well, she
his
put him on.
face.
She put him. Yeah. Well, I mean,
and he smiled.
yeah. He's
And
smiling. He's like,
look up the
I know the
scene.
scene you're
Yes,
talking.
there's no dirt on that road, and yet she sprays mud all over her
I
face.
thought there was mud on the ground.
There's none. I rewatched that scene like 5 times because I was like, how is this? Where does this come from?
Disney Pixar's Cars, now available on.
Yes, look at this. All right. Where do you see it? There's no mud, there's no dirt. They're just on road. I've actually been to Zion's Landing. It's a beautiful place. I would recommend anyone going
Yeah,
there.
it is really sick.
They're driving. He's like, "Oh, this is so pretty." This honestly might be after.
Oh no, it's right.
Is it okay? No,
Oh no,
that's
you're right. Um,
you gotta look up like Sally shitting on his face.
In the movie Cars, don't search that up by itself.
yeah.
That might be a bad look.
Oh yeah, right
Yes.
here.
Okay. Where's the mud? Where's the mud, dude? That's diabolical, bro. And he doesn't care. I think
He's
he's
probably
into it.
he's a freaky. Yeah, he's freaky, bro.
They're
Like,
both freaky.
yes, yeah, they're
Yeah.
both some freaks.
Honestly, I don't have I just never got the Cars bug, dude. Like I just
Honestly,
don't
I
have too
think
much to say about it.
Presley, I think it's a strong S contender, but I honestly maybe would put it at A just with the other ones coming up. Because I think it's a great no.
It's
Cars
a
is one of my
great
favorite.
movie. It's a great movie.
Soundtrack, great. Also,
Great
like I think
soundtrack.
something to acknowledge is they did such a good job of pairing personalities to the car.
Well,
Like
Pixar is just goaded in
yeah, Pixar is
every
really
movie
good at
they
that
do. They're
shit. Yeah,
so good at putting voices where they need to
yeah.
go.
And like his friends were great. Like all the dynamics between all the different cars, Like I loved each of the different cars.
I
Because they
like
weren't
Soul better than Cars. I do.
that's like I think one of my stepdad's favorite is Soul. He loves Soul. I think he holds it pretty high.
I like Wally better than Cars. I like Up better than Cars.
I
I like
like
Inside
Ratatouille.
Out better than
Ratatouille.
Cars.
All right, we're gonna get to
I like
Ratatouille.
Toy Story 3 better than Cars. I like Brave better than Cars.
You like Brave better than Cars?
Absolutely, bro. Give me that Brave, bro. Brave is sick.
Brave is really good. Brave is a really good
Like
movie.
I would put Cars B and then Cars
Yeah.
2 C and then Cars 3 B again.
How
There's
about
no way
meet in
this
the
is lower than an
middle
A.
at
I
A right
refuse to believe
now?
that.
I agree. I don't think you can put Cars in B. Cars is a really good
All right.
movie,
That's
and it's
fine.
it's
I don't
just
want the
like
comments
it's a
coming after me,
classic,
but
bro. And also like this is not like as important as like a character arc, but like it is fits the theme of racing. Like Doc kind of teaches him like to learn to love racing
oh yeah.
for what it is, not for winning. Or like he Tom's like this is more there's more to racing, and I thought that was like a huge thing. you know, especially for young kids who are inspiring athletes, you know, like that's a huge thing kind of think about. Like there's way more to the sport and to what you're doing um than just for glory,
It
you
it,
know?
it
I think
Yeah,
that's a
wait,
very
Presley
powerful
looks
thing.
so offended. Watch this crash out he's about to have.
like I can tell that there's nothing I can do to put this at S, but so which is fine. Which is the last thing I'll talk about. I'm gonna swallow my pride and just say the beauty of Chick Hicks. Chick Hicks is one of because he's not like a he's not like a misunderstood villain. He's not like a syndrome where you feel bad for him somewhat, or like the guy from Up who just wants to go back because he made a promise to somebody. He's literally just there to be like a manifestation of what Lightning McQueen could become. Like Chick Hicks, all he wants is that piston cup, and he will do anything. He'll alienate everybody. He'll make fun of people who play dirty and stuff. And that's not what he wants. And
It's Michael Keaton,
Lightning
by the way.
yeah, Michael Keaton, who was awesome. He's like, Kachiga, Kachiga. And I think the ending scene where Chick Hicks like actually wins the Piston Cup and everyone's just like, whatever, like no one cares about him, is because that was like Lightning McQueen was very well on his way to being like that.
Being
And
that.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
What he
And
could
it
have
like
been.
I think that his journey in it literally took him I think it took him 5 days to have a complete radical change and redesign because like he's alienates with Rusty's people so much, even though they're sponsors, they gave him his big break. All he wants is to go with Dynaco and to the King so he can be the next Dynaco guy because that's what'll make him happy. And then his best friend, who is his agent, who Harvey, who is played by Jeremy Piven, who
Yeah,
plays
who
Ari
plays
Gold in
Ari Gold.
Entourage.
Yeah, of
I hope you guys have seen that. And
course.
he's like his best friend, and Harvey doesn't even care about him. Doesn't he? Only wants his value, and he meets his actual friends who don't even know he's a racer, and they just see him for what he is. Like they just see him as kind of a douchebag. Like they just see him for what he is. They separate the racer aspect, and
Yeah, from being the top
yeah,
shot, you know, he's just a dick.
yeah, exactly.
I will
Like, yeah,
say the
technically his
whole movie
status,
takes
he's
place in
just an American.
Utah and no one's a Mormon. So, a little weird.
Well, all the Mormons are gone,
Yeah,
according to you.
that's a good point.
They're
But
up in space and fat.
I mean honestly, we could just roll on to 2 and 3 of Cars because I feel like they're
I
much
like it.
easier to talk about. Like Cars 2, in my
Yeah,
opinion, is
we
kind
could
of
just
the
kind of.
it's well, I think it's the wildest like idea for a sequel I've ever heard of because literally the race and Lightning McQueen could not be like kind of less important. Like
Which I hate this movie so much.
really?
Yeah,
It
they
makes my
do. I don't
fucking
like
blood
that part
boil
about it.
because like if you look at Cars 1, it's Lightning McQueen rediscovering himself and becoming a better car. 2 is an intricate European spy thriller that is trying to that it involves with like the oil industry going against the like a certain industry so they can sabotage their other racers so they can use their oil. And then Cars 3, it's just like Lightning McQueen
Back to
becoming a more
racing.
developed car again. And
Yeah.
I just think this movie should have been a short like this movie could have been a short film. I can't believe like that I can't believe that
It
Lightning
should have been,
McQueen,
yeah.
one of the most beloved animated characters, not for maybe not for you Hayes, but like for a lot of America. He's one of the most
Yeah.
like
Yeah, he
and
is.
he's
Well,
extremely beloved. And the fact
To
that
argue, Tomater might be the one that
see,
might
yeah,
be
I
the
think
bigger. Like the Tomater,
Tomater might
there's
have
a reason
been
why they might have made him the main character in that movie.
which
Because
yeah.
yeah, but sorry, I
but
mean, I just wanted to add that Tomater
yeah,
is
but which is
he,
fine. Like, yeah, he's lovable, but like I would say iconic. You know, is
yeah,
maybe another word because I love Tow Mater as much as the next guy, but I think Lightning McQueen, like Cars was
he's the
about
main
him.
character.
Yeah,
He's the main
exactly. And
character.
I can't
Cars
believe
is
that they literally just made him a racer. There was no like redeeming qualities It was more of
I didn't
like,
know
it,
half the shit going on with
yeah,
Tomato. Like his
exactly,
best
yeah,
friend.
exactly. He was just like, Mater, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? I just think keeping Lightning McQueen out of the loop and stuff, because because Mater, like, he doesn't really. If you're gonna make him the main character, they didn't really do anything with, like the spies, like Michael Caine and the other girl. I don't know who played the pink car. Was just like this guy's. I love his act. He's like so stupid that he's pretending not to be a spy, and they never like really do any. Like Mater's just like, no, I'm smart, and then he solves the entire operation with the Jeep all in all guy.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's just it's a lot of fetch, it's a lot of side quest, and it's just like, look how cool we can make like Michael, like the spy cars and stuff. I cannot believe that they would ever sideline Lightning McQueen.
Yeah, that
it'd
was
be
crazy.
And
weird if they made Incredibles 2 and it had nothing to do with superheroes, or if they made Monsters University and it had nothing to do with scaring.
and,
Like
and, and
it's
there was and there
just
was no Mike or no Sully, and
Yeah.
you made like the librarian the main character.
yeah.
All right,
Like
well, that's not a good
Yeah, I
interpretation.
mean, it'd be like if
Yeah,
you made
don't compare
Randall the main
Tomato's
character.
Tomato. Like, but you're making a good point though. Like, McQueen is supposed to be the main character. He is Cars without.
he is Cars. He was that whole movie, and
No.
and as someone who loves the first Cars as much as I did, because it was so simple, but it was so effective. Like there's really nothing all that special about Cars. Um,
That was what made it so good. It was just
yeah,
like
but
about a
just this,
car who
but just
liked to
yeah, just this,
race.
just the story of what it was,
Yeah.
and but just Cars 2 having it be this where they're shooting bullets at each other,
Yeah.
and they're trying. And I
In
just
Cars 3, there's like no mention of any spy shit whatsoever.
They
So
go
it's like,
right back to just straight
was I like
racing.
smoking acid? Like, how did they? I don't know.
but
But
yeah,
yeah,
that's the thing. You delete Cars 2 from the entire Pixar series. There's no
but
no
see, I've
effect.
heard people say that they like Cars 2 even more than Cars.
It's
I would put Cars 1 obviously, then 3 maybe.
3 and then 2 for sure.
Yeah.
yes, 3 then 2 for sure. But if I
No,
had my
fourth one, right? Or am I I'm not tripping.
if I had
There's
my
only
way,
3.
this would be next to Lightyear and the terrible tier. But we can meet in the middle for sure.
I'm honestly with it. When I said that I liked it earlier, I meant 3. Like that was the one I like. I like
Yeah.
3. But 2,
3
yeah,
is
2
pretty good.
was kind of a shit show, dude. Like that was not the movie was supposed to be about cars and racing, not yeah, espionage, and spy shit. I think they
Mhm.
should have just made it. They should have just had him entering like a new type of race, like get out of Indy, because I think that's what we did. He's in F1, I think, right?
Yeah, but then that wasn't even like a part of like
I
the
know, but
plot.
that should have been like the main thing. It's like
Yes.
he's wasn't Indy, but now he's the next step up. Like these cars aren't like the ones you used to race. Like these guys are the real deal. But they just didn't do that. They just made the F1 car like a fucking like just like Italian, idiot. He didn't really do much at all besides
They, yeah,
race.
they sideline Lightning, they sideline Sally, which is one of my biggest peeves with
Oh,
Cars 2
Sally
and
had like
3.
2 lines in that movie.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna put it at terrible. Are we cool with that? Because I'm not.
I
I
was
I'm
thinking like C or D range, like probably leaning towards D just because of what I'm hearing.
it,
Uh,
please, it cannot go higher than D. I will
yeah,
I don't
leave.
think it
I'll
should.
leave the
I don't think
podcast
it
if it
should.
does.
But I don't think it. I think it's valid to
S.
put on terrible. Um, but yeah, dude. But there was not the only light side to this is that there were some good scenes with Tomater. Like there was some funny stuff, like him in the
Yeah,
toilet. Like that was pretty funny to me.
obviously,
Like the
obviously, it's
pistachio
funny.
ice cream. Yeah, but like that does not change the movie at all. Like it was just like Tomater was perfect for what he was. He's not a main character; he's a side character. So I think putting him in the
No,
spotlight kind of tarnished his character a little bit.
and
And
and the
that's
fact
probably
that and
why
the
they,
fact that Lightning McQueen is still on the cover of that movie makes me so fucking mad. He should he
yeah,
should
it's
he should be where the purple car is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for his
that's
like the
that's
In,
purple
fair.
car was more, had more lines in that movie and had
than
more of an
than
impact.
the McQueen did, and Sally.
Yeah, and same with the other guy, the other spy car. Yeah,
I think that Sally was so sidelined, and and even the other characters of Radiator Springs, they really had nothing to do after the first
yeah.
movie.
I mean, they do have
No.
Um,
to introduce new characters, but they just don't have, like you said, sideline them. Like you could just
yeah, there's like
introduce like new characters. Like yeah, like it was just
the only characters who have something to do is Guido and Luigi in Cars 3. But
they're
even
still like the
even
top dogs for
yeah,
Pixar.
yeah.
Right?
Even then, they don't really have much speaking lines. They're kind of there for functional purposes because McQueen needs new tires.
Yeah,
Um,
that's his pit team.
yeah, it's his pit team. But
But
there's
one thing I
nothing.
love about Cars 3 is they do. Sorry, actually, I don't mean I'm jumping ahead a little bit. I got a little excited.
I mean, we'll get into that. I
We'll
just,
get there.
but
Yeah.
there, but can you remember a line that Fillmore had in this movie, or the army general, or Ramon, or the lady with the I forget her name, the black like the station wagon car thing.
Yeah.
Even the fire truck, he didn't have
Yeah, I
anything.
forgot about
You know,
him.
I just think it's like, just make it a short film and have McQueen struggle. Like, I would have had McQueen be the star again and have him struggle to race in the European and have trouble trying to get it. And maybe he had to learn, and obviously get some character development
Yeah.
or something. But he doesn't do literally anything, and
I
that's my biggest problem.
no, I agree. I think that should have been like the main antagonist, I guess, was that he was in this new type of racing that he was not used to, and these guys are a lot faster than the way he was used to. Like, he's not a rookie, and also also deal with him with pressure because like rookie seasons, expectations are high, but now that he's like he's established himself as one of the fastest,
Mhm.
um, like so many racers face pressure. Like they should also like they should have done so much more. Like that should have been a big thing. Like he's like, all right, I have to like uphold like who I am, like I'm a racer, but I'm also a friend, like they just everything they built from the first movie was just completely, like you said, sideline.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was just yeah.
It was just
We can move on from
yeah.
D.
So good
I'd rather
transition to Cars 3.
I'd rather bomb this movie in the face of the earth, but we can move on to Cars 3 now. Cars
Yeah.
3, I
I feel like
liked it
Cars
more.
3 is a solid CB range.
I think it's probably a solid B. I liked it more the second time I watched it. The first time I watched it, I just have such a attachment to Lightning McQueen that I
It's an
just saw it.
acquired taste.
I saw it. It sucked that see him kind of lose
I
and
thought
stuff.
he was going to win, and I kind of felt like I felt a little cheated because throughout the whole trilogy, like we never really see him win.
As a kid, I was a little
So
upset. Like I thought this was just like this was supposed to prove himself. Like, yeah, he's still the best, But
yeah,
the whole movie was about, hey man, you get old, you're not the fastest anymore. But I still thought, like, taken as its own movie, it's great with him like becoming stepping up. Like this character arc is good because he's no longer the asshole, arrogant Mike McQueen. He's a teacher now,
Well, actually, he's like, he's kind of an asshole on this one too, just because he's like, I want to go on the simulator. I wanna go and then we actually take the little steps that Cruz is talking
Yeah.
about. I think one of the biggest problems I had with this movie was that Cruz won. Like, it was her first race, and she had never gone fast. Like, Jackson Storm's top speed was 214 miles an hour. Cruz, the only top speed we actually saw from her was like 198.
I was about to say it was like 198. Yeah,
Yeah, it was like 198, and um, yeah, Jackson Storm. Yeah, no, Jackson Storm was played by Arnie Hammer
No, I
before
was
he.
just I was just saying who Lewis was. I
Oh,
knew I knew
okay.
Lewis Hamilton was in it, but
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
Cruz. He was.
Yeah. I mean, I thought Cruz was a great trainer. Um,
that's
I
Scarlet
like that
Joe,
it
right?
was Lewis
what?
Hamilton.
That's Scarlet Joe, correct?
I thought
Cruz?
it.
The trainer?
I thought it was.
No, it's Cristela
uh,
Alonso. Who is that? I don't even know.
I thought it was Penelope Cruz. I'm not gonna lie,
She sounds a lot like Scarlett Johansson, to be honest.
but I think
Well, a little bit about Cruz is Cruz is somewhat supposed to kind of be like they got Lewis Hamilton because it's kind of supposed to be Lewis Hamilton, and Lewis was really fast when he was a kid. So
Mm.
like I think they're trying to impersonate that a little bit, I think, because I looked a little bit into that, like he is supposed to, he's loosely based off Lewis Hamilton, um,
Mm.
and like I said,
yeah,
he
but
was,
I
he
mean,
was a
I
kid.
just yeah,
Well,
but
it felt pretty full
I always
story
thought it
to
was kind of a
me.
bit of an issue when
I would say it felt pretty full story to
Yeah,
me
I
because
agree. I just think
the rookie that came in was a lot like Lightning McQueen in the first movie. Like he was an asshole. He
yeah.
thought he was king of the world. He was on top of everything. But he didn't really have any character development, to be honest. He kind of started and ended an
No,
asshole.
no, he was just douchebag, 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 and then he just kept going.
And I like the idea of, I actually do
yeah,
think it's kind of a beautiful story of Lightning McQueen having to accept like that his race is over. But they showed the movie like uh Rocky 4, and then at the very end you
Hey,
find
don't
out
don't
it's
forget, yeah,
yeah, at the
the
very end you find out it's actually Rocky 5. It's like, oh, I've been watching Rocky 5 this whole time when I
it,
was told it was Rocky 4. It was just a little like I thought you were gonna win. Uh
with there was Rocky 4, Rocky 5 at the end, but like if Rocky like was coaching someone to win, and then with inspirations of Rocky 3 because
his trainer died.
yeah, but his trainer died. But what I will say is my favorite part about the movie is how reverent it was to Doc Hudson. I thought that when they went back to Thunder Hollow and they went back to places that he was and they met up with his old like racing buddies,
Yes.
like
And that
how
actor had died. And I think if
yeah.
he was alive, it might have been an even more like inspirational, just awesome movie with Doc. Because Doc
Mhm.
was one of the best parts of that movie, even though he doesn't have like
yeah.
any
Doc was
lines.
one of the best,
Yeah. I mean,
but that's a he is such a
yeah,
great
it
character
was so
though.
cool that scene where they were at Thunder Hollow is like where he met up with the guys at the bar and this one
Yeah.
guy and the guy who trained Doc was like, yeah, when Doc crashed, like he went into hiding for like years, like 50 years, that's what he said. And then he started sending me letters and they were all about you. I like damn near started crying when I saw that. Like that was it was so freaking beautiful to see like just
Yeah,
how reverent they were. I think that was just like a posthumous
yeah,
tribute to him because he was one of the best like because even he had a ton of development in the first Cars movie.
oh
And
yeah. No, he grew like him and McQueen like
yeah,
helped each other.
exactly. Yeah, they
Like
helped each other so much and seeing what McQueen did for that town and seeing how hurt people were when they realized that like they actually liked Lightning McQueen. So I think that was probably my favorite part about the movie. I liked Cruz. I liked how she wanted to be a racer, but she blew her chance. I guess she just didn't do it. I never really liked that. If it was something where it was like they wouldn't let me do it because I was a girl, I'd almost kind of accept that. But it was
Yeah, I
just
think that
like,
would be
no, I
annoying. I would
got
hate that. I'd
scared.
be like, okay, here we go. Like,
Well, if Danica Patrick wasn't such a terrible racer, like, maybe it'd work, but if it was just like
she was not the best.
maybe yeah, she wasn't the best, but in my opinion, I'd kind of like that more but not like that all women cars are oppressed because obviously we see the woman car who kind of raced, but she literally was just like, I just didn't do it. Like maybe if she crashed or something, that would have been better. In Ed like in F1 where Brad Pitt was like, yeah, I crashed and it kind of derailed my career a little bit. Um, if they
well,
had
but
something
her
where,
struggle was fear of failure. like that's what she had to overcome. And I thought that was kind of beautiful too. Like,
That's fair.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah. That's like a probably the most like relatable thing most people
yeah,
will probably ever
I
see or
see. I
know,
did really like the story. I think I was just like a little bummed that Lightning didn't win, but I
I
understood like the overarching theme and
that's what
accepted it.
shit.
I just again, it was literally like we've all seen the Rocky movies, and
Hmm.
it
Yeah.
was literally like uh Rocky 4 where he's out of the game, a new cat comes to town who threatens him
Go fast.
and he trains the old ways, just like in Rocky 4, where instead we see the Russian dude, using steroids and having the most high-tech stuff. Meanwhile, he's just like running up a mountain and like chopping trees down. And then he beats the Russian. And so I was just a little upset to see that, like, oh, this is
McQueen
actually
never got
Rocky 5
his.
at the
Yeah.
very end. Because
Yeah,
Rocky 5 sucks.
Rocky but it's like, and then the guy that was training him again was like, "Oh, you want to step in?"
Is on the
Like,
contrary of that argument because I agree it was very bummed not to see him win, but it's like McQueen's is one of the greatest tragic hero stories. Like he was supposed to be the best, but he never technically won. But in the process, he's
Bro,
like
he won 7
become
Piston
something else.
Cups. He was the best.
yeah, he was definitely,
Yeah,
yeah, he was definitely the best.
he won
Well,
7
like
Piston Cups. Like
we
he
never,
was
but you
he
said we
was
never
Michael
see him actually
Jordan.
win a race, though, right? We don't actually ever see
We
him
don't
fully
see
win.
him win the Piston Cups, which is what I have
Yeah,
kind of a problem with. Like
yeah. Like you never get to see him actually bask in the glory. But
yeah.
that's probably like a huge thing for him. It's like the whole time he's accepting, it's like, yeah, like I don't need to win to be fulfilled. Like there's so many other ways, like
Yes.
passing on.
Well, yeah, because he loses to some of his like other car friends who end up retiring. He loses to them, but he's still like he just loves the competition. Like he just does it for the love of the
Yeah,
game.
back to Doc, bro. Doc teaches them to
Yeah,
love the game,
exactly.
bro. Do it
So,
for the game.
I like Cars 3 as a B or C candidate.
Yeah. I think I'd be happy to put it at B because the
I
story is
honestly I
good.
wouldn't mind putting it at B.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
mind either.
Hayes.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a solid movie, and like you said, like I think as a kid we were all a little bummed to kind of see him not win and not be the fastest, like in this movie. But
Mhm.
it's as we get older, I realize it is a really good story, and like I don't know, him being the teacher, I like a lot. I thought that was a good character arc for him.
Ratatouille.
Yeah, I'll say moving on.
Ratatouille
Now,
is probably one of the more famous movies on here, which is kind of crazy to
yeah,
say because they're
I
all
love
pretty
I
famous.
love Ratatouille. Ratatouille is I think a great movie.
Ratatouille is awesome. And um I honestly think a little off topic, but the Ratatouille short is one of my favorite Pixar shorts. It's really, really great, and I would recommend anyone seeing it. It's 14 minutes long, so you can't watch.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's
I'm
just
just gonna
like
look at images because I might have seen it. It's old. Is it old?
it came. I mean, Ratatouille came out in. Hold on, wait for it. In 2007. So the short came out like right after the movie, 2007, 2008. But it's just like the history of rats
Yeah.
and like
I probably saw it then.
it's really great though. And I just think the whole idea of like the most vile, disgusting thing that's pretty widely agreed upon by all humans. Like, I think we all kind of hate rats
Hmm.
a lot. And for them to have like this character development, like moment where we are able to see them for more than just like a rodent and respect their talent and ability is pretty cool. I think it's a
I'll be right back.
solid BA. I wouldn't go like farther than I feel like it's just like a solid B. Like there's nothing that like really like gets my dick hard about it, but there's nothing that gets me soft. Like it's just a great movie. I don't know.
Not many flaw. Like I wouldn't say there's that many flaws in it, but it's not like one that's like you said rocks your socks off, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's good at what it does, and it's just a good
Yes.
movie. Like it's a good like I don't know, like there's a lot of, like character arcs between the rat like the rats not as much. That was I think that was kind of cool. The rats didn't change nearly as much as the humans did. The humans changed a lot throughout the movie. Like the
Yeah.
chef, that girl, then the guy who ate Ratatouille, he's like, holy fuck, this is
Well,
he goes back in time.
the main character, Remy, I feel like doesn't change too much, but his dad and his like rat community is the one that changes because they're all
Yeah,
like very anti.
the rat community.
And honestly, I'm wondering if
Well, it's like
Presley,
he was the bridge between that for that
Sorry,
to
I'm back.
happen. He was. I think he's a great static main character.
yeah.
Like most main characters have huge arcs, but he doesn't really change at all. He just changes everyone else, which that's like they did a really good job with that.
But Presley, I'm wondering if you agree with this as such a Cars fan. I would say that Remy is a much bigger story and theme of persistence and pursuing your goals than Cars. Like Cars was much more about like the character and
Well,
like
I don't think
What-
Cars was about pursuing goals.
I know.
Um, but like maybe the change of insight in pursuing those goals. But I think Remy, like I think his willingness to stick to anyone can cook because he has many opportunities to go back to his clan and be kind of a rat and stuff, and because he goes back to his family, he finds them, and then like he sees how all the rats are acting. All they do is take. Like he wants to give, he wants to create, he wants to inspire. Like he wants to do that. And he'll go down with it at any cost. And
Yes.
like I think, and I think it's probably more to do with like goals than cars.
Yeah.
And I really like the message of anyone can cook. Like you know
Also, I think it's
like and I think the last kind of 5 minutes have this quote where it's like, I did say anyone can cook, like not of anybody. I think maybe I'm butchering it, but there was a quote at the end that was like kind of beautiful where it was like, yeah, Linguini, like he can't really cook, but he can like inspire people. Like I like
yeah.
so um
He was a necessary person or thing for that art to be like put out there because Remy couldn't wouldn't have been able to show his art, his skill of cooking if it wasn't for Linguini. But also,
yeah.
I think he's a really important character too because even though he saw Remy cooking up a nice omelet, it's still a pretty big gamble to be like, all right, I'm gonna risk my cooking chef career with a rat. Like I'm
Yeah.
putting my fate in the hands of a
Mhm.
rat. That's not like that's a pretty big risk. I think that's like a big thing. He took another big message. It's like he didn't fully accept it at first, but he was like, all right, fuck it. Like I'm down with this. For maybe selfish goals, but like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's not a
Mhm.
And
normal thing to
I
do.
do
Like
have the
he kind of was like,
I do have the quote that Presley was talking about, and it is not everyone can become a great artist, but a great artist can come from anywhere. And that
That
is a
that
really
that that was
great
it. I
message.
thought it was anyone.
that is
Yeah.
a really, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
very powerful message. And it's backtracking to what we were saying, how it's like it's a great movie with very little flaws, but it's just like it just doesn't reach as high as these other movies do. And I
Mhm.
think a show for that is like there's only one of it, Like you couldn't really
Mhm.
make another Ratatouille. It kind of stands in
Well,
its own like
that
little.
shouldn't be the rule because
No, I agree, but I'm just
yeah.
saying that like these other stories they have had a lot so much more depth and like they could continue it, but Ratatouille was a very
See, but
smaller
again,
story
like
that was like
I,
stitched together perfectly. You know what I mean? Like it's
but
just
like
it's
that's like two of my favorites of all time are Wally and Up. And I
Oh
think
yeah, those
part
are
of what's
also
so
standalone
great
movies.
about
Those are,
those
I
movies
forgot those
is that
are.
you couldn't sequelize them.
Yeah.
Like
Good
Mhm.
point.
they're
Good
kind
point.
of perfect on their own.
I,
So I don't think that should be the
I don't think you could sequelize Ratatouille either.
no.
No, I don't think you could.
Um,
I
but
think it would be a lot
I
easier to do it to Ratatouille than Wally or Up.
yeah, I wanna mention something about that quote and how it kind of ties like why I love it so much. I think this movie is an A. That's just my personal opinion. I don't really.
I was just putting it up there because I know
Okay,
we're
okay,
arguing
yeah,
B or
okay,
A, and I was
that's
just
fine. That's fine.
getting it
But
ready,
but
you know?
but I just wanted to say that like not everyone can be a great artist, but a great one could come from anywhere. I think that the fact that they served Anton Ego the dish of ratatouille, like, and they say it's a peasant dish, like, and a great artist can come from anywhere. There is literally nothing worse on the totem pole compared to humans than a rat. Something that is so widely feared, that is so widely like
Yeah, that's what we were
disgusting.
saying while you were
And
in the bathroom.
oh, okay, yeah. So sorry, sorry if I'm repeating anyone's points, but um, and I just think that like a great artist can come from anywhere. He makes Anton rediscover where he loved food, and he writes this great review, and his reputation goes down because the restaurant closed down because of the rat infestation at the end, but he didn't care because that wasn't why he got into the food critiquing.
Yeah.
Like that's not why he loved food.
Love of the game.
Just to tear people down. He did it because he loved food and it reminded him why he loved food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that and I love that they explained that the rat cooked the food and he was just like, okay. Like and
It's
they
like you're a genius.
and he showed them the process and he was just like and it was just like wow like
You're dumbfounded.
because he was always like I never believed what Gusto said about anyone could cook, but he was proven wrong. Like anyone can be like, exactly, and so that's just why I think this is just such a like a beautiful movie.
It is a beautiful.
And
I think putting it in B could be a little hurtful to it because it is a beautiful movie. Like
it is a beautiful
it's
movie.
considerably better than Cars
I
3
agree.
and
And
Monsters Inc.
and point
I
out is
think
just
this is an
it's
A.
hard to pick a flaw. Like it's just a very
Yes.
well put together story. Like it's a
I'm
hard to
wondering if y'all see this as well. Like I said earlier with I thought The Good Dinosaur was like a shitty Finding Nemo. I feel like Ratatouille is an even better Bug's Life because I see a lot of similarities between Flick and Remy. Like they're kind of the same
yeah.
person if
I
you
can
think
see
about it.
that.
They
The story
both
is a little different, but
yeah, they both don't like
Ambitious.
how their community uh is in fear of like their oppressors and they want to create something great, but then they eventually like just fuck up their entire community's uh like
system.
society and like how they work and then eventually end up saving. So, I see a lot of similarities between
I think it's kind of interesting because you say that and like the answer of Bug's Life, all they do is give, and the rats, all they do is take. And
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's kind of cool how they work both
it is.
in those
They're
kind of
polar
ways.
opposites.
But
Both are seen as good, like
yeah,
we
yeah,
don't hate the ants for because they
giving.
give.
We
We
don't hate
just
the
don't hate
rats
the
for
rats for
taking.
taking. That's their role,
That when you say like I love their role, it goes back to none of the humans in this movie are like true what's his name?
The short man.
The short man. What's his name again?
Um,
Oh God,
Jeff
like the head chef,
Skinner? Skinner? Is it Skinner?
like
Chef
the head
Skinner.
chef, the little like bald
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, the head chef.
Yeah.
Literally, his like, yeah, chef. He wants to profit off of, um, the frozen food business, which is just not what Gusteau's kind of is. But his other arc, he's just trying to find a rat in his kitchen. Obviously you don't want him to get
He's
caught,
trying
but
to keep
like
his kitchen
he's
clean.
genuinely looking out for his kitchen. Like he thinks there is a rat in the kitchen. And like the grandma in the beginning when all the rats are living in a roof, like and she picks up a shotgun, starts shooting him. That's obviously a little crazy, but she just saw a bunch of like 200 rats in her ceiling. Like I just think that it's kind of cool how they, the villains are so out to get them, but it's literally.
100 rats in your roof.
Yeah, I would not like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
I'd
like
burn
you
down
know,
my
it's
house.
like it's just basic human nature. Toy Stories, like how many times did y'all like fuck with your toys and take them apart and like you know what I mean? Like you weren't the
Yeah.
nicest to your toys as a kid. It's all very human. Like that kid, he was just a troubled kid. Like I said, we all know like kind of like he's like a Kyle. Like it's like he's just I don't know. Like you just kind of like it's just there's
Mhm.
just human, there's normal humans, but it's just like perspective from like the other side. You never really thought about it. No one ever thought what their toys felt like until you watch Toy Story and you're like, oh
Right.
shit, you know. I don't ever
Mhm.
thought what
Yeah.
rats thought about. I didn't think Um, yeah, no, dude, that's a good point,
Well, and I
honestly.
do just want to kind of correct Preston
I'm
because I don't think like he's as worried about like cleanliness and kitchen safety as he is about the linguini like becoming a better chef than him. And once
He
he's
did,
found
yeah,
out that
he did
his
not.
yeah, and once he's found out that the former chef whose name I'm blanking on, um, Chef Cousteau, like
Gusto.
once he finds out that that's his dad, like he really starts to be like, who is this cat? And um, is it possible that it's honestly crazy that he kind of believed that he might be a good chef because a rat is controlling his body. So that he's just honestly, I kind of feel for the guy. Like he's up for this,
Yeah,
big promotion and a rat ruins it. Like I'd be a little
yeah.
peeved too.
But also, he's a veteran chef, so like,
Yes.
Linguini doesn't give you the impression, oh yeah, this guy's a confident, talented, good chef. Like, no, he struggles, and it's very obvious he struggles. But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he starts cooking up the best stuff. So like, it is like an odd switch for like the other chefs. Are like, all right, this guy was like shitting his pants yesterday, could barely even bake toast or something. I don't remember what he struggled with, or barely cut toast.
Everything. Yeah, he was just
Yeah, like
terrible.
he couldn't cook, so
That's
like from
fair.
a
That's
veteran
fair.
chef perspective, you're like, this is not normal.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't think your first thought is, oh, there's a rat in his hat,
Yeah.
but
I do think
um
it's kind of funny that Linguini's like
Yeah,
full
that's fair.
circle is at the end of the movie when he's like, but I am good at waiting tables. It's like I'm sure everyone here has been a waiter at one point or another. Like it's not that hard
uh-oh.
to do. Like I mean, but it's obviously much more impressive from the rats perspective than waiting tables, but still good for him for like
Yeah.
finding his
Well,
thing.
Mhm.
I don't think pulling someone's hair is also gonna help you control someone like a puppet master, but like that's also not really that realistic.
Well, I don't know. Have you
But
seen
yeah, I
No,
Everything
think
whatever
Everywhere
no
All at
works.
one.
Once with Raccacoonie?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That was
Uh,
just great.
yeah, that was really funny.
Yeah,
God,
I
that's
feel like
a
we
good
got
movie.
Very very great
Yeah, I
movie.
think
Thank
Ratatouille got
you.
like
Yeah.
Chef's kiss for Ratatouille, bro. Great movie.